Good morning, everyone. My name is Zia, and I make videos about full-time van life. So we made it to the WRTR.
So those are just examples of places that have opened their parking lots to travelers. And again, I would suggest that you use these for one night.
As you could hear in the previous little clips, there was a very strong, bitterly cold wind blowing that day, although it was sunny out. But there were some wonderful speakers, and there were buskers playing music during the lunch break. It was a wonderful event. There's every manner of van down here. An awful lot of them open for show. And actually, I just met Carol from Glorious Life on Wheels. So we are still at the WRTR. Today is show and tell, so everybody's vans are open. That's my little home sweet home sign. Everybody's vans are open for people to tour through. And I've had a lot of people stop by. I loved being part of the show and tell for 2 days in a row. Unfortunately, that didn't leave me any time to do any van tours of anyone else that was at the WRTR. This one on somebody's YouTube channel. Bob Wells, I think.
I don't like to get my feet wet up tonight. They can freeze, it's all right.
Schoolies, cargo vans, beautiful high-top ProMasters, trailers, all kinds of homes. This is one of the most interesting and most different.
And all the people were like about my age, and they weren't going to build anymore there. It was very, very laid back. It was just like a small town community there. And, and we still could drive like 15 minutes and be right at Burnsville Mall.
Nice.
Yeah.
It used to take parts from Minneapolis to Chicago and back, and that's what it was used for when it was in.
On one side of the WRTR and again at the RTR, there were tables set up where people could leave items that they no longer needed or wanted. Some items were even brand new. And you could just go through, and if you saw something you could use, you were just welcome to take it. I finally got the wool hat I needed for the cold nights. There's a crafting tent, a puzzle and board game tent, and you could even have people do some sewing for you if you needed something mended. It's sunset here in the desert, and the WRTR is over. I'm sorry the lighting isn't very good, but it is sunset. The WRTR is over. And I've been spending time with 6 other women. We kind of bonded over some common interests. 3 of us have either written novels or are in the process of writing novels or editing. And also common spiritual beliefs as well. So that's been really lovely. And then one of the ladies in our group connected with another YouTuber who I think her channel is called Butterfly Tracks. And so tonight, this gathering of 30 plus women is a group of women who travel together. And they call themselves Butterfly Tracks because they never go in a straight line. They go wherever their whims take them, sort of like butterflies flitting from area to area. So I'm really looking forward to meeting some of them tonight and sharing some time around the campfire with more women. Today was the first day of the RTR.
Glad you made it. We have started 6 or 7 months ago planning for your arrival, and this is all for you. So thank you all for being here. Welcome to the 14th annual Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. But we wouldn't be here if it weren't for these two people sitting to my right. We have the founder of the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, Bob Wells himself, and Sue Ann Carlson, the executive director of the Homes on Wheels Alliance. Without further ado, I give you Bob Wells and Sue Ann Carlson.
Okay, so hi everyone. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. I just appreciate that you're here and then you came. Boy, this one's really touchy. Thank you so much. I hope you get all that you hope for and more. I believe that's been the general situation as we've done this over the years, that people have gotten all they hoped for and more. Of course, we're no longer gathering in camping together, and that was an awful lot of what we did, but we're working to make that happen again. We just aren't sure how it can. One of the goals I've always had for the RTR, that it would be free. There's never been a charge. No one's ever paid a penny to come to the RTR, and that's the intention going into the future. Let me give you a brief history of, well, a kind of brief, as brief as I can be, history of the RTR. I hit the road, I'll go all the way back. In 1995, I started living in my van. I lived in it until 2001. And then I moved into a house and hated every second of living in that house. In 2008, I finally broke free of that house and went on the road again. And I've been living in some kind of vehicle, usually vans, now an ambulance, since.
Bob Wells went on to talk about the history of Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, how that began in 2010 and started out with about 45 or 50 people camping out in the desert, and grew to, I think it was last year, over 10,000 people attended these events. So it's really quite amazing. And Sue Ann Carlson spoke, and unfortunately I didn't get any of her speaking, but she runs HOWA, House on Wheels Alliance, and it's a nonprofit organization, and the things they do for the nomad community are unbelievable. They donate vehicles, they build them out for people that don't have anywhere to live. They had companies such as Columbia, I think it was, clothing, donate, I don't know, was it $8,000 or $15,000 worth of cold weather clothing, from coats to hats to mittens, gloves. And they just had a table where you could go and take what you needed. They asked that you only take one item, but it was free. And they just do so much good in the nomad community. It was really, really inspiring to listen to how they take care of the nomad community as best they can. One thing I wanted to add about the women that I met is that we all turned out to be full-timers. We were of various ages, I was one of the oldest and celebrated a birthday while I was with them. And yeah, all full-timers, all in different types of rigs. Me and my old 1994 camper van. One other woman around my age who was in a little pickup truck with a Vardo caravan on the back, you know, the little round caravan that was made for her by someone. And some of them in beautiful Class Cs and in converted ProMasters and vehicles like that. A variety of ages, of types of lives, types of work. Some of us retired, some not. Just really wonderful. And I'm just finding that the nomad community truly, truly is amazing. I had only known these women for 4 days when they went out of their way to help me celebrate my birthday. They bought me a card and they all signed it. They sang me happy birthday. And they made me, let's see if I can see it up here, memento they made for me with the beads on it. It has Luna on it. It has a sticker of Charlie, the Arizona sunset, the word love, my van. So I had only known these 6 other women in 4 days, and they went to such an effort to help me celebrate my birthday. They made me that memento at the WRTR craft table. They bought me a card and all signed it, and sang me happy birthday, and even went to the effort of baking me a chocolate cake and bringing out a candle for me to blow out. It was so special after only 4 days of knowing each other. That's what the van life community can be like. Everybody is so helpful, and most of the people I've come across, the majority of them, are so kind, and we just bonded. We really did. And the fact that one of our members had been taken to hospital by ambulance that day, we were trying to figure out if she was released, how to bring her back again, and also how to retrieve her vehicle, which had been abandoned by the side of the road. So, you know, despite all of that, they found the time to do this for me. I was touched to the point of tears. I really was. Had some very exciting news, and that is that Bob Wells, who started the RTR, and if any of you have seen the movie Nomadland, you probably remember seeing him in it. He has the YouTube channel Cheap RV Living, and he's going to be doing, I think, a van tour, but I know definitely an interview with me on January 27th. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm sorry if you can hear that generator in the background, but I can't get rid of that noise, so you'll have to bear with that. And I just wanted to follow up with what I was saying about my exciting news about being on Bob Wells' channel and why I'm excited about that. And it's because it was one of the things I was really hoping to manifest on this trip. I thought the chances were pretty slim, but, oh, hang on. Yes. Do you want something? He thinks it's dinner time. It's not time yet, bud. It's not time. Soon. Soon, but not yet. Okay? Soon. Not yet. He does that all the time. Not yet. No, don't snort at me. It will be time soon. Yeah, I was hoping to manifest that and find a way to have Bob do a van tour or an interview with me. But I know what a crazy busy time it is during the RTR, and I'm sure there are a million people that ask him to do things like that. So when I found it was actually going to happen, I was over the moon. And I wanted to find a way to be on somebody's well-established YouTube channel so that I could talk about the fact that we also have a housing crisis in Canada, and that perhaps if there are some Canadians who are experiencing the issues with the extremely high rent, out of reach rent, to be honest. I know I certainly can't afford the rent. That perhaps, seeing me on somebody's channel, they might realize that there are other options. You can do van life. You can do it quite comfortably. You can do it relatively inexpensively, and that it may be an option for some people, an option that they hadn't realized was available for them. So I was very, very grateful when they said yes, they would do an interview with me. I don't know when it's going to be posted, but I will let you know. I will keep you posted on the posting. And of course, I'm also aware that being on an established channel will help possibly boost my own channel and my own number of subscribers and views, which, as you know, a lot of you know, my channel has just started to monetize, and it would be hugely beneficial to me to have that kind of a boost. So I'm looking forward to see if that manifests for me too. So if you are watching my channel and liking the videos and haven't subscribed, please do. It doesn't cost you anything. It just means more people will get to see the videos. And give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I love them. I so far am able to respond to every comment I get. So I'm very, very grateful. And I have to say, after my posting my last video, the kindness that you've all shown. You were also worried and sending me suggestions about what I could do with Luna and what might be wrong with her, and happy to know that I made it down here. So thank you so much. Very, very grateful for that. And I'm going to end the video here. And as you know, I always say, wherever you are in our incredibly beautiful and diverse world, I hope you're having a fabulous day. And I'm going to say bye-bye for now.